Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearthstone the Arena. I'm actually gonna start off right away because I am damn excited about this deck we have right here. Like, 5 True Silver Champions. That is nothing to mess with, or at least I hope it is. Like, we obviously won that first game of ours, but this deck is still just getting started off. Who knows, maybe 5 True Silver Champions is god-awful. But no matter whatever situation, it's fun. And that's what really, really matters. Like, I am super excited to continue playing with this deck. The 3 Noble Sacrifices are also obviously interesting. Jesus Christ. Wait. Jesus Christ? Interesting. Got that Noble Sacrifice and 2 True Silver Champions. Might make sense to hold on to 1. But I would rather get lower value creatures. I wish I looked at the balance of our like deck once before starting off. Let's get rid of both of them, seeing as there's 3 others in the deck. It's gonna be super light. Oh wow. Okay. Apparently we're starting off with some True Silver Champions. Oh shoot, Knife Juggler. That's really, really good for us. Kind of makes me think we should actually play the Noble Sacrifice now, because he won't be able to attack us next turn. Which means I could place out the Knife Juggler, and then that would be something for the Knife Juggler to get knives for if he attacks me. So let's go ahead and place that down now. He's almost certainly going to expect that that's going to be a Noble Sacrifice, since Noble Sacrifice is so common and it's so good as well. Nice! That's also a very good card for us to have, because that means the rest of our turns flow rather nicely. Means we could play that guy down next turn, especially since he doesn't have any monsters on the board right now. This is some good early board dominance. Oh no! I was about to say oh, he's gonna silence him. Interesting. No! That actually totally ruins our plans. Damn. Do we still play this guy then? It's either him or a Reinforce. Since Reinforce is cheaper, I think it makes sense to get this guy out. We actually don't have all that many spells that the spell damage would be helpful for in this deck, if I remember correctly. So I don't think it makes all that much sense to hold on to him, and honestly, I think he should be very, very survivable. So obviously, we're going to use the Knife Juggler to still get as much damage as we can. That guy is not going to be able to kill it because of our Noble Sacrifice. So our Knife Juggler should be able to live another turn. Yeah, he's gonna live another turn. Oh! He is going to be upset in a bit. This True Silver Champion is going to let us dominate this early game. Because that means that Harvest Golem is dead. Dead next turn. True Silver Champion comes out. Let's go ahead and rid us of that foolish, foolish Harvest Golem. Mwahaha. It's always nice to see a Harvest Golem off the field. Such a good card. Gets so much value. I love Harvest Golem so much. So what are the negatives that we're dealing with right now? We definitely have a lot less cards out than... we definitely have a smaller hand than he does. He had 7... Oh, shoot. That's gonna be a bit scary. Although the true... Oh, yes! Talk about wonderful card draw. He has got to be upset right now. Question is, do we hit him directly with the True Silver Champion? We do have 4 more of them. Depends if we want to go for the rush down or not. I think it's better to save it because we're in Consecration Zone right now. So I'd rather be able to kill whatever minion he might put out in the future. Although we could technically do that with the Stormwind Knight as well, but we're just going to hold on to it. Yeah, there's a Consecration for sure. So our board is cleared, but that was a little bit to be expected, and in all honesty, those cards already got so much value. Another True Silver Champion's always nice. Let's start plowing away with this board dominance once again. Next turn, we could get Guardian of Kings. We're gonna have a beefy minion if we get him out, so we're in a pretty damn good spot, to say the least. Oh shoot, 2 Jungle Panthers. That's actually pretty scary. And we do not get our Consecration. It's unfortunate. Kinda makes me want to hold on to the Guardian of Kings, but there isn't really much of a point at all. So let's put him out. I think it's only going to heal 4 out of the 6 potential health that he could heal, but I think that's still worth it at this moment. And it honestly might be a good time to start wailing on him directly. We have 2 more in our hand, so let's actually go ahead and go for him. This means that we're telling him, hey, you're almost dead. You need to either place down a taunt or do something about my board, because we have another 4 damage next turn, which means if he doesn't kill anything on our board or place down a taunt, oh shoot, he might go for us directly if he's gonna buff things like mad. No, I think he's just gonna go for our Guardian of Kings. Yeah, that's irritating, but we still deal with that pretty easily. Can we kill him? No, we can't. Not even with the Blessing of Kings. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I think best case scenario is take 8 damage to the face. That's okay. To get rid of that guy. We could use the Blessing of Kings on our little guy to keep him alive, place out a Noble Sacrifice. If he's smart, he would attack with the Silver... We could force him to use the Jungle Panther to attack. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to... How much... we have enough mana to summon a new little guy. So we got a new little guy. If we gave him 5 health, we could just kill the Panther like that, and then hit him directly with our weapon. Would that be better? Depends on if I would rather take the damage... I think I'd rather take the damage to the face and keep our 2/5 alive. So we take out his 1/1 with that. Take 8 damage. Seeing as the health difference, this really shouldn't be much of a problem at all. Paladins can do a lot to heal themselves, so in some regards it would definitely be preferred to, maybe I should have just gone for him directly. I'm not sure. I'm starting to think that might have been a misplay, just hit him a bunch in his face. We'll have to see. If that Jungle Panther attacks, it's dead. That's the thing that I was really looking forward to. We couldn't have killed him that turn, but I'm pretty sure we definitely would have been able to kill him this turn if we went for him directly. But he did have a taunt. Which makes me feel better about us not doing that. Because then we wouldn't really... Then he would have still had that 8/6. And an 8/6 behind a taunt wall is something that you should never be in a position where you have to deal with. Oh, he's not even going to attack. That's a big ol' mistake for him now that we got that Blessing of Kings. So that Ascension Shield Master's dead. Trade low guy for low guy, and now our taunt is gonna... I mean, our charge is gonna get huge. I think that needs to go out now, because obviously that's gonna make that something that he's going to need to kill, otherwise he's dead next turn. And he won't be able to kill that with a minion. At least not this turn. He shouldn't be able to. I think we might have him. With this weapon in hand, I think that'll secure it quite nicely. Unless he heals himself. Like I said, Paladins really have so many means to heal themselves. Although, if he did take a lay on hand, I think it would have been really foolish for him to take a lay on hands if he was considering that at all. So there goes our Noble Sacrifice. That's unfortunate. But he still needs to do a lot to stop us. If he puts up a taunt, that'll only delay things. And most taunts in the game, we should be able to kill it with what we have on the board between the Silver Hand Recruit and the True Silver Champion. I think he might be toast. Come on, Jesus Christ. It's such a silly name. I kinda really like it. Oh, don't play this game. Oh, wait, okay, he was actually trading minions. Never mind. I thought he was just stalling for time. That might have come out a little bit dickish of me then. Reporting for duty. Okay, all we need to do is deal 1 damage. Please don't place a taunt.
That was a mistake.
Ooh. So you're saying playing Low Walker Cho was a mistake? I don't get it. Well, we got Stranglethorn Tiger. So if he wasn't more screwed, he's pretty screwed now. And, yeah, actually, Low Walker Cho was a really stupid move. Why would you ever play that here? I don't know what he was thinking. Let's actually just beat up his minion, because he could buff him. He could just as easily buff Low Walker Cho, though, so we'll hit him directly. Show him we mean business. Next turn, we'll be able to kill him. We could kill him with the Tiger. if he doesn't do anything else. Tiger can kill pretty much any taunt in the game. And then the True Silver Champion, one of our Silverhand Knights, will take him down. If it wasn't the end before, I would have to imagine this is the end, but, you know, it's not always that simple. Might have something else under his sleeve to pull out, but we do also have a couple consecrations. Oh my god, please hurry. Thank you for the blessing of kings, my good sir. Oh, he buffed my guy.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, buddy. No, I want to say well played. I won't be a jerk. No. Okay. Well, that made me seem a little bit rude, just saying thank you for the buff. But hopefully he knows I was saying thank you for the buff. Interesting deck, though. A Low Walker Cho Paladin deck. Could be very powerful, but obviously Low Walker Cho is such a double-edged sword card. Not exactly how I don't exactly know how I feel about him all in all. But nice to see another win come out with this Paladin deck. Hopefully it will go to great things, achieve great heights, and all that jazz. I really want this deck to go well. Out of all the decks we've played so far, if I would want any of them to get like a 12 run, it would be this one right here. Just because it's so wacky. I mean, 5 True Silver Champions is absolutely ridiculous. So another Paladin, not the same guy, Black Dogma.
I will fight with honor.
And a pretty bad starting hand. I hate it when I go first. So obviously we're gonna mulligan all of this. Consecration could be nice to have early, but not. Oh, well, okay, we get it anyways. So this was the thing that I was scared of when I constructed this deck. Oh my god, it only gets worse. Well, we're not in a horrible spot yet. We do have a lot of 2s and 1s in this deck, so the chances of us drawing one of those is still very likely, but obviously more than anything else we had 4s, which is why we're seeing this hand, which is entirely 4s. So hopefully he's not going to get a really good early game, or even if he starts to, hopefully we'll draw a 2-cost minion so we can play that next turn, because obviously he's doing something now. Oh man, Pine-Side Summoner. That could, actually, yeah, with the start we've gone, that could be really, really bad for us. I always hate doing this trade. I mean, playing it this way, but I think we have no other choice than playing the Argent Protector at this point. It's always so painful to place those guys down without getting the Battle Cry use, but he needs to go down. Otherwise, this guy is going to get a early game that we are not going to be able to deal with. And obviously that's something that we don't want to happen. Defender of Arcus is such a good card, but his mana cost is so high, and he's so dependent on you having minions on the board. So he's actually kind of really bad for us right now, believe it or not. Oh, he's gonna go for me directly. Actually, that's really smart. I don't know why I was curious about that. Now it's even worse, because we can't summon a reinforcement. Next turn will have to be the True Silver Champion, because we don't want to give that guy Wind Fury and Enrage, that would just be stupid. So we trade. That gets rid of his ability to summon minions, but that's the thing about the Enrage cards that are so good against, like, a Paladin. Crap. That's so good against a Paladin and, not Warlock, Shaman. Earthen Ring Farseer is pretty nice. We'll have to wait on that, though. Start getting our True Silver Champions out. Good thing about this allows us to start, I guess, fixing our board problems. Next turn, we could place the Earthen Ring Farseer to heal ourselves, comboed with a Reinforce. Wouldn't necessarily like to do that. I prefer to use the Farseer to heal other minions, but we might not have a choice. Ugh, that's annoying. Luckily, that's only a 1-turn bonus, but still very, very frustrating. Okay, looks like our best bet is definitely that combo. Good news is, with the Sunwalker and the Argent Commando as well, things should hopefully start looking better from this point onwards. If he plays out a beefy monster, we should be able to Argent Commando it. Or, in a different scenario, we could just Sunwalker it, or True Silver Champion it. Crap. That's a really irritating guy to use Sunwalker against. We'll probably just Consecration on this turn, then. Oh, you meanie. That takes away the Consecration value a little bit, but I still think it's our best option. Because if we play the Sunwalker, he'll just kill it next turn. It won't get all that much value. And it won't trade for the Tiger, because it only deals 4 damage. I think best option is to Consecrate here. Whittle down that Tiger a little bit. That means this guy can actually kill it. And he can also trade for the Raisin Fen Hunter. Could also go for card draw, but I don't think that's the best option right here. Man, we got such a bad start, and he got a pretty damn good one. He is forcing us to do things that I really don't necessarily want us to do. Best case scenario here, he attacks us directly. A Consecration actually would be pretty damn bad for us at this point. Oh, an Imp Master. Well, that certainly makes me wish I didn't use the Consecration. We could kill her very easily with the True Silver Champion, though. And it looks like that's going to be our bet. The nice thing about that is, that gets rid of her, of course, but that also kind of actually heals us a tiny bit. Heals us for 1 health. So, gonna have to deal with the Raisin Fen Hunter, which is irritating, but I don't think there's any other option. Should always check, though. Are there better options? If we use the Argent Commando, we take her down as well. There's no way to kill something with the Earthen Ring Farseer and keep it alive. Could also place the Sunwalker out now, but Sunwalker is much better when there aren't any 1s on the field. I think True Silver Champion is still the best bet. So let's go ahead and do that. They don't have any 3 mana costs, so we're gonna summon a Reinforce as well. Argent Commando, True Silver Champion comes out. Still have 3 more of those. Sucks that we're such low health and using weapons at this point, but hopefully we'll be able to get through this okay. He can buff his minions, so we need to clear his board. That's simple. Good thing, we have a lot of really strong cards in our hand. If he pulls out a weapon, we could get rid of it with an Acidic Swamp Ooze. We've got defense next turn, we've got a charge minion, we've got the buff of the Defender of Argus, and he barely has any cards in our hand. So we are very capable of making some kind of turnaround. It's just gonna be quite difficult. So, could place down the Gnomish Inventor, Defender of Argus, which honestly I think I would like to do in this situation. Because that gets us the card draw, and gives us quite an annoying taunt on the board while also getting rid of both of his strong minions. So let's go ahead and do that. Nice to see the next True Silver Champion come out. Always make sure to put Defender of Argus in the middle. Doesn't really matter which one we take out because we're going to take out both of them this turn. Let's just hit the fairy because, I don't know, it's fun that way. So now we're going to start, as long as he doesn't put anything huge out, we should start taking over that board dominance that he originally had. Ugh, that's irritating. Can kill it next turn, though. And I think we're going to do that. Ooh, or we could kill it with a Consecration. This isn't the most juicy board for a Consecration, but I kind of like it anyways. And we could... No, we can't Consecrate into that. Could Consecrate into True Silver Champion, but that still does more damage to us, and I'd rather... Well, I mean, there isn't actually really anything else that I want to use the True Silver Champion on. Could just Consecrate, bring out another little guy. I think we're gonna Consecrate... boost our Gnomish Inventor. That means he'll be really huge silence bait, so maybe we actually should... Let's boost up the Argent Commando instead. So Consecrate's gonna come out, because we're actually gonna damage the Gnomish Inventor right here anyways by having him attack his taunt. Can you please attack his taunt? Thank you. Then we buff him so we could start doing some damage. Hopefully, this is where we start to take over. Still scary, but we do have the Sunwalker. He's gonna protect us really nicely. Okay, that is why you don't put all your eggs into one basket. That is why it's a really good thing that we didn't use the, oh no! That's irritating. Still kill that, though. And we could use the silence to make him really, really weak. But I think the silence is better used saved. Let's finish off his board. But how do we do it? I think we actually clear his board. Clear his board, kill his Defender of Argus with our True Silver Champion. We could do this quite easily. Is there any way to save our Gnomish Inventor? I don't think so. That's a bit unfortunate. But that's okay. So he hits him! Actually, yes, there is, by using the Argent Commando. That was what I was originally going to do. I'm silly. So let's go ahead and do that. I think we might be able to pull this one out. It's surprising with how bad the early game was looking for this deck, but Paladin shouldn't have any way of killing me directly. He does have cards that can hit me directly. Like there is that one that does 8 damage, but that's all split up across the board. Oh shoot, we just put out so much Consecration bait. He only has 2 cards, and he doesn't look like he has one. But that was really stupid. I should have considered my play on this turn a little bit differently. Bloodseal Raider! Booyah! Awesome! The more damage we could bring out right now, the better, for sure. We'll take a little bit more damage directly ourselves, but we have the Sunwalker to feel safe, so I think it is a good idea to use the True Silver Champion on that guy. Just get rid of him. Hit him with the Argent Commando. Then actually we could even get rid of his little guy with little to no problem. I think we did it! We win next turn! This is a wild turnaround, but a pretty damn sick one nonetheless. This deck definitely focuses around the middle game, for sure, and its power in the middle game is quite tremendous. Unless you have a way to make that a taunt. Yeah, you lose, buddy, sorry. Yeah, we did 100% deal enough damage to him. Hopefully he doesn't surrender and we can pull out another True Silver Champion. No! I wanted our True Silver Champion. Oh well. Well, since he's giving us the option, we might as well just bump him up the head a little bit. Well played, good sir! Well played. Hope he's not too upset about that one. I always hate it when I play a game where do so well in the early game, but then the person just completely turns it around later. He just played out his cards too quickly. Our middle game control mixed with our really strong hand advantage definitely allowed us to dominate it. But then again, Paladins do have okay rush down. Obviously, it's nothing compared to like a Warlock or a Rogue. But with like the Paladin's Divine Shield combos, they could have a pretty strong early game. Obviously, he actually didn't really use those combos though. He obviously also didn't have them because all the cards he played didn't give his minions really Divine Shield. I think he actually only played 1 Divine Shield card throughout that game, if I remember correctly.
You asked for it.
Mountain Rush no, first again. We've had really good luck going first, but I hate going first so much. So we're gonna get rid of all of that. Let's see what we get right now. Ugh. Awful. Awful. Worse now. One good thing is, Blessing of Wisdom certainly means that we could stop him from wanting to attack us. Because we could use that on one of his minions if we feel the need. Best case scenario, though, on this turn, he doesn't play anything, but it looks like he might. He might have a Mana Worm. If he has a Mana Worm, though, he probably wouldn't even be considering it. Yeah. If he had a Mana Worm, that would come straight out, I'm sure. Oh, no. Well, that's really scary at this point. Oh, come on, Defender of Argus. So our hope right here is that he'll use Fire Blast to kill that minion. He's not going to, though, because he has an easy way to kill that minion. Otherwise, that really doesn't lose any value to him. And then in addition to that, he obviously wants the minions that he places down now to get buffed. especially if it's a knife juggler. We're in a real pickle right now. True Silver Champion does not help us, but we can use our Blessing of Wisdom on that guy, and we're 100% going to. Means that Knife Juggler's only worth to him is going to be for that card draw, which is still really, really valuable. I mean, not card draw, the knives that will come out, which is still incredibly valuable. And almost certainly one of those is going to hit our Squire. Yep. God damn, this game so far. Oh, shoot, and he's actually going for the rushdown. Certainly makes sense with a lot of the mage's cards, but interesting enough as well. Now the question is, do we kill the Knife Juggler or do we kill the buff? I think we have to kill the Knife Juggler. That's 5 damage that's going to be dealt to us next turn. It's horrible, but it has to happen that way. Next turn, we have no play, which is awful as well. Actually, no, not necessarily. We could play the Stranglethorn Tiger. That will actually be pretty good for us, because that means we could kill whatever beefy thing he might pull out. But I got a feeling at this moment this might be our first loss. We have a hand advantage, but it's not all that significant, seeing as he still has 5 cards to our 7. No, not 7, 6. Technically 7, though, if you include the card that will top deck. Oh, no. It gets worse and worse, doesn't it? That means we're going to want to attack that thing first, unless he plays a secret now? No, he's not. Elven Archer. Interesting. Certainly worthwhile in his current deck, unfortunately. I really want to play that Noble Sacrifice. I hate to say it, but I think we have to play it just to stop the barrage of damage that's going to keep on coming in at us. So let's play it out. Means we get the almighty privilege of summoning another Squire. I was thinking of using Blessing of Might to buff him, so it would kill any beefy monster that he'd want to attack it with, but obviously he has the boar that he could use to kill it for free. He still... easily, he could still trade that very easily for it. And then in addition to that, he has the Fire Blast, which is even more of a pressing thing to deal with. I don't know. We need to draw Consecration. That's what we need right now. Even then, we wouldn't really be able to do much next turn. I think... I don't know what's best right now. Argent Commando might be a good alternative for next turn, but I think I'd rather use the True Silver Champion so I could kill that guy and heal myself. But he played an Azure Drake, which is something that I'm going to want to kill directly with it. He buffed that. Worst part is, I don't really think there's much that we could have done in this game. In all honesty, I think, no, it's definitely better to play the Argent Commando, because that gives him something else he'll want to attack. Rather than us, and we don't take damage from the True Silver Champion. So he goes out now, he's going to die next turn. Still has 5 cards, man. We had that Consecration too, didn't we? And I got rid of it in favor of trying to get something better, which didn't happen. That Consecration... We're dealing with a mage, so that Consecration probably wouldn't have saved us. But that Consecration would have done a lot. Oh, thank God. No! No! Oh, my brief moment of happiness before I realized the truth behind my situation. Well... even if we get a good card from that, it won't be enough. This is the worst thing in the world, but even if we Defender of Argus, the taunt won't be able to do anything, because the only thing we could taunt with would be a Reinforce! We lost!
Let me think.
We lost really, really bad!
Well,
well, there wasn't really anything we could have done. Who knows? maybe that Consecration would have saved us. But we're dealing with a mage, like I said before. They could have had a Pyroblast, which would have done 10 damage directly to us. Could have had Fireballs, which would have done another 6 damage to us. Just like, basically, before that point that Consecration even would have been useful, our health was so low that I don't think we would have been able to pull out. So it's unfortunate that it went that way. But, you know, you win some, you lose some, and this deck has certainly shown its strength so far, being 3-1. Although that first loss does make me worry a little bit. It's so comforting when you have a winning streak without any losses, obviously. But I have faith. We haven't really seen that Abomination come out. That Abomination would have saved us! That's actually something that would have really, really helped. That's unfortunate. But I don't know. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.